Hey everyone, it's Sunflower Spirit, and I'm here to do another pick a card reading today. So today we're gonna look at the energy this week. So we have three piles here. We have this one's called Let It Blossom, and it says the timing of the universe is precise and wise. With patience, care, and trust, the flowers you've been tending to will bloom in glorious beauty. So that's pile one. We have pile two, Sweet Surrender, and it says, let go, let go, let go, and lighten your load, then sail freely through the open door to inner peace. I don't know why it won't focus on those. They're so small. The third one is Flying Solo, and it says, your wings are strong, you can rely on and trust your resources to carry you forward successfully. So go ahead and pick your pile and we will get started here. So this is for those of you who chose pile one. It says, the timing of the universe is precise and wise. With patience, care, and trust, the flowers you've been tending to will bloom in glorious beauty. So I'm seeing like an element of divine timing. I feel like there's a cycle completing. I also feel like there's like changes happening. There's growth. I feel like maybe an awakening process or some sort of growth process is happening. You're completing, ending a cycle to something. So you're starting something new. This is a happy thing. This is like something that's supposed to happen. It's something that you're doing on your journey. So let's see what the tarot has to say. And kind of like trusting the universe too, with that divine timing piece of it. What else for pile one? We have the Five of Pentacles. So feeling lack, which is interesting this came out first with that. So I wonder if you're like almost let it blossom. You're almost like holding yourself back because you feel like you're not enough, or there's some sort of like lack mentality or feeling shame about something. Solar plexus chakra blockage. Nine of Swords. Yeah, you're really in your head about this, really anxious, up at night. Um, there's things you can't see and that scares you. The initial CM could be important to you. I don't know. But needing to use your intuition, but you're kind of like blocking yourself. I feel a solar plexus chakra blockage and also a crown chakra blockage. So I think that's where this like let it blossom, trusting the universe kind of thing is coming in. Let's see what else we have for you guys for this week. We have the Hanged Man, and we also have the Empress. Yeah, so you haven't really like had, I feel like you haven't had this awakening yet, or you're kind of like going to have this awakening, but it hasn't really come to fruition yet. And also needing to really like rely on yourself, like give yourself that self-love, recognize that you're where you're stable, and kind of incorporate your body, mind, and spirit into this. What else do we have here, please? For pile one. Page of Cups. So, having like an opportunity for empowering yourself emotionally, and this is kind of what you're starting, this is what you're beginning that's new. So kind of like this opportunity to empower yourself emotionally, also like using your experiences where you've been. There is transformation, something about transforming your emotions or how you give and receive emotional messages, maybe almost like love language type stuff. um Eight of Wands. Fast moving, there is clarity coming. I feel like you haven't really gotten this clarity yet. Or if you are, you're like just on the brink of getting this clarity. Um, a lot of movement, possible travel. Um, there's something about like being vulnerable. Something about like grounding yourself, being vulnerable with this. energy, lots of fast moving, healing movement, travel, like literal travel. What else do we have here for pile 1? We have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, opportunity for a new beginning, for new, this is like Mars energy. So this is, oh, hi, Sunny. Come here, baby. You're making me lose cards and stuff. Sorry, baby. Okay, so this is like Mars energy, so like action oriented, new beginning, taking action with something, specifically taking action with like your sense of self, like how you feel about yourself. Um, let's see. What else do we have for pile 1, please? 7 of Swords. Things are exactly what they seem. So just be cautious of that. There's something here that could be a little trickier energy, sneakier energy. This could be your energy or somebody else's. I feel like you already know this because we have the 9 of Swords here. But let's see, what else do we have here for pile 1? We have 8 of Swords. Yeah, feeling stuck in your head. Interesting. And then we have the Magician on the back. So I feel like really being careful about your thoughts, your actions, like what is it that you're really wanting, getting yourself to that place. I'm going to pull like a shadows card to see kind of like what the energy is of like what you're struggling with or what could be crossing you this week. But I do see you're kind of like on this, you're realizing something. There's going to be an epiphany here. This epiphany is about who you are, what you're capable of, your personal power, and how your thoughts and how you feel about yourself, your behavior about yourself, like kind of holds you back in a way. You're recognizing like that you do have everything that it takes to get what you want, but you're kind of at this place of awakening where like, how do you get, with this 8 of Wands here, I'm really seeing like you really processing like, how do I get from holding myself back with these thoughts and these emotions, this behavior, to the sort of like Ace of Wands, 8 of Wands, like how do I take the good stuff and run with it so that I can have the things that I want in life. So there's like, you're holding back, but there's gonna be action. So once you kind of like get past this, once you kind of like figure out like what you need to do here and become enlightened, you're gonna figure out like how you can achieve attaining this with your actions. What's the shadow energy for pile 1, please? Oh, you have 2. Okay. We have repelled. And we also have ruthless. Repelled and ruthless. And then we have stagnant. Yeah. So maybe you felt a little bit stagnant. I feel like this energy with this hanged man, that's a little bit of stagnant energy. And you are, so they're saying be cautious of like repelling yourself. So what this is saying is like this 5 of Pentacles energy, this 9 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords energy is saying that like, you can hold yourself back, or you could like create this new beginning, this passionate, motivated new beginning. But it's really going to depend on how you harness this energy. So they're asking you to like take hold of the energy, recognize where your power is. Where's your power in your emotions? Where's your power in your thoughts? And you will like unstagnate yourself. You will become unstuck, or you'll have the feeling of being unstuck when you stop kind of like using these things against yourself. You know what I mean? Because right now it's almost like I'm getting like this martyr energy where you're like sabotaging yourself and you may not be aware of it, but it's because it's uncomfortable to get out of your comfort zone. So I hope this was helpful for you, Pile 1. I hope this resonated. If not, you can feel free to check out another pile. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. Hi, this is for those of you who chose pile 2 or the sweet surrender. It says let go, let go, let go, and lighten your load, then sail freely through the open door to inner peace. So right away I'm getting like a grounded energy. I'm also getting elephants are very symbolic of like wisdom and knowledge. So there's some sort of like wealth of knowledge or wisdom that you have that you're needing to maybe let go of something to lighten your load this week. You need to surrender something. What is it that you need to surrender? They're saying you have the, um, whatever this is, it's like within your knowledge of, it's within your knowledge of surrendering it. So let's see what else we've got. And I just like lost my deck. That's weird. Okay. So let's see what the tarot says. But yeah, like wisdom, there's something about knowledge, something that they're saying, I feel like they're saying you have the knowledge of what this is, you just need to tap into that. So maybe it's like subconscious stuff, it could be subconscious stuff. There's also a sense of like stability and security here. A little bit of transformational energy also. Let's see what else we have for pile 2. What's the energy just this week for pile 2? If I could shuffle, right? We have 7 of Cups. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. So I feel like you have maybe some options. Maybe there's a tendency for a little bit of emotional overwhelm. This has to deal with like working together with others, like collaborating. This could be like you have options for somebody in a connection, or there's options for people to work with at work, or in some sense it's like collaborating with people this week. We have strength. So needing to have courage this week. Needing to have stamina this week. Stay the course kind of energy. What else do we have for pile 2? Page of Cups. Oh, pile 1 got Page of Cups too. This is you like this is you like being okay with emotions, being playful. Maybe a little naivety when it comes to emotions as well. I feel like there is some sort of like emotional overwhelm where I feel like you don't know which way to go, you don't know which one to pick. The 7 of Cups always reminds me of that scene in the Indiana Jones movie where he's like picking the chalice, and it's very important that he picks the right one because all the other ones have instant death or whatever. So I kind of feel like you're kind of like, which one do I pick? And you're feeling like the stakes are high, maybe. Temperance. So needing to kind of like balance your emotions. This is like your spiritual journey. Also make sure you're in alignment with your emotions. I do see we have the 6 of Cups. So maybe a little bit of nostalgia. But also just kind of like craving this happiness and harmony. There's like a playful energy here, like a childlike energy. So it could be your inner child coming out, or it could be like a child that you, like your child. What else do we have for pile 2, please? 4 of Swords. Really trying to think, contemplate, get stable in your mind. Yeah, because you don't, I feel like this is like freaking you out, this decision, whatever you have here, where you have these options, you're emotionally overwhelmed. And I feel like, because do you see how this wave is like crashing over her? Like, I feel like you're wanting to kind of like logic this out because you feel like you're just going to be overtaken by emotions if you don't. And I feel like that could be like scary to some of you, but some of you are kind of like naive to that. What else do we have? We have the Ace of Cups. So yeah, opportunity for new beginning, opportunity for transformation here, opportunity for fulfillment, for feeling like well balanced with things, feeling work life balance or life balance. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So change is happening for the better. But you have to be like courageous about something. You have to be courageous about like something in your past. Like maybe there's something in your past you need to kind of like uh, look at or figure out how to like temper or figure out how to like pull information from. Maybe that's what that wisdom is about. You have to surrender something. What do you have to surrender? We have the Knight of Swords. This is like intentions, messages, taking action towards a thing that you want in life. Let's see what else we have. I'll pull a shadows card for you guys to see what's blocking you. But yeah, like universe wants to work with you. There's a huge opportunity for a beginning. I feel like there's some sort of like emotional overwhelm that you need to overcome. And how you're going to do that, they're telling me with this wisdom. So maybe like trying to be more logical or using your thoughts more than your emotions. Trying to kind of like temper those emotions and then use your thoughts instead. This has to do with collaborating with other people, building with other people. It has to deal with your willingness to be vulnerable, like emotionally vulnerable in connection with others. But there's something here for you that's really like life-changing. Um, something, yeah, something really life-changing that's gonna like help you kind of like overcome maybe some obstacles that you had in the past. What's the energy? What's the obstacle for this week for pile 2? We have unstable. Yeah, so this is like with this waterfall here, this is transformation and change. So I feel like you might feel like you're a little unstable. I'm not seeing instability in this, but I feel like that's kind of like why you're in your head, why you maybe why you're like emotionally overwhelmed because you're like, wait, I can't even sort these out. I'm so sorry, I had like a tickle in my throat. Sometimes when I get talking, I get like a tickle. Um, Then we have guarded. Yeah, you're guarded to this change because you've been through so much in the past, because there's like so much of the past, but they're saying like draw upon that wisdom from the past. They're like, we got your back 100%. Use your thoughts, use your wisdom to like figure out how to do this. Um, that's one thing in the Indiana Jones movie. He had to really like use that critical thought process of like which cup is going to be different, And I will, if you haven't seen it, I won't spoil it for you. But it's really interesting, like the cup that he ends up choosing. Um, but yeah, that's kind of what this energy is. It's like embracing that change, like really like flowing with the universe, with the change, flowing with this waterfall instead of feeling like it makes you unstable to have all these emotions pouring out because you feel guarded towards this. You feel like you're feeling like on not steady ground, kind of, but you are stable. And they're saying draw upon this wisdom. They say you have a bunch of wisdom to draw upon. You need to surrender yourself to this change. Allow the universe to work with you. Allow the universe to co-create with you. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope it resonated. If not, you can feel free to check out another pile. Thank you guys for stopping by today. Gemini, this is for those of you who chose the third pile or flying solo. Your wings are strong. You can rely on and trust your resources to carry you forward successfully. So we're looking at the energy this week. So I feel like you really need to kind of be like strong in yourself this week. There's something where you need to kind of like know your truth and be confident in that truth. You might have to stand alone this week with something that you believe in, or something that maybe there's not other people who are going to back you up. So you need to be very like aware of yourself. But let's see what the tarot has to say. This is like part of your journey, I'm seeing, where like you're liberating yourself by allowing yourself, you know, the confidence, the courage to kind of like stand alone, or, you know, be the odd person out kind of thing. That's beautiful. So let's see what the tarot has to say. What is the message for pile 3, please? We have Ace of Cups. So opportunity, new beginning, new fulfilling beginning. This is kind of like, you know, you're being granted this fulfilling opportunity this week. King of Swords, mastering your thoughts, relying on your wisdom, tapping into that intuition, really like outwardly expressing yourself from like a place of where your emotional fulfillment comes in. We have the Four of Wands, and then we have the Nine of Wands. So energetic stability, which means like happiness, harmony, like enjoying time with others, partying type of energy. Also like motivated energy, maybe a little bit impulsive energy, but motivated, passionate. What else do we have here? Three of Swords. Ooh. Harsh truth. Yeah. So there's some sort of like harsh truth that comes to light surrounding, you know, with all of this. But they're saying if you rely on your intuition and like master, you know, be the master of your thoughts, be the master of your communication, you could really like overcome this. This is like a harsh reality. Pain, shame, anger this week. The Hierophant. You're learning. This is about learning and your values. There's some sort of like commitment for some of you connected to this. There could be like a commitment where you learn some sort of harsh truth within the commitment. Maybe something about somebody who is maybe not as committed to you as they say they are. Ten of Cups. But there's like overall happiness and harmony. This is what you're wanting. This is what you're passionate about. This is kind of like where you're going with this new beginning. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, figuring out like, how do I get this for myself? How do I obtain this for myself? So kind of like this between like, you're thinking about like what behaviors and actions you put out there. How does that contribute to your value system? How does that show people kind of how to treat you, like in connection or in commitment specifically? We have the Three of Cups. So yeah, there's part of you that just wants to have like a good time, you know, hang out with friends, you know, and I feel like maybe some of you are like that kind of like extroverted type that like likes to bounce ideas, you know, your value system ideas off of your friends, and that gives you joy. That really gives you like a stable energy to do that. We have the Six of Cups on the back of the deck. So I feel like there's happiness and harmony, but I feel like there's something you're learning this week that's going to be painful. And maybe that, I hate to say this, but this is what I'm seeing with the cards. There's like a commitment where you thought it was more committed and it was actually less committed. This could also go for like a friendship as well. It doesn't have to just be for like romantic connection. But that's what I'm seeing, just because I'll tell you why I'm seeing that. I have the Four of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Hierophant. So that to me is telling me there's some sort of commitment, some sort of connection that you are getting some harsh truth this week. And so you're like, oh my gosh, I have to like know my truth. I have to like undo myself or disconnect myself from this person because of something that happened. And that's why you're like trying to figure out with the Three of Swords between the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Swords. I feel like you're trying to figure out, like, you're trying to kind of like come up with a logical explanation, like, did my behavior cause this? What is the behavior? Like, who am I? Um, like knowing your worth kind of thing. And so it's kind of like bittersweet because you have this Six of Cups looking at the past, but you do have an opportunity for a new beginning. So even though you might have to like disconnect yourself from somebody this week, I feel like there is an opportunity for a new beginning here. There's opportunity for love and joy and peace, all that kind of stuff. Like you're trying to like align yourself with what you will stand for. Like what are your deal breakers? That's what you're looking at this week. So it's kind of like a harsher energy, but it's not bad because I feel like you're growing and learning from this. So let's take a look at what the obstacle is for this week. We have distant. Yeah, so that's kind of what I said. Like distancing yourself from somebody is painful, right? But I see you also getting back up. Like with this Knight of Wands right here too, this is like you receiving information that's painful. It hurts. It brings about anger, shame, pain. But you're also like picking yourself back up and you're like, nope, I know what I want. I want this Ten of Cups. I want this Ace of Cups. I know who I am. And so like really being strong in who you are. Disillusioned. Yeah, I feel like maybe something was different than you thought it was. But this week you're going to see somebody, one of your friends or a committed partner or somebody is going to show you who they are and you're going to be like, oh my gosh. And so, yeah, it's painful. You're going to have to remove this person from your life or distance yourself from this person because you've been disillusioned. You know, you were living a different life than than what you thought. And so, but this is good because this is part of your journey. This is how you're going to find out about yourself and align yourself with your values, and you're going to become stronger in yourself for this. That's very beautiful. So I hope this was helpful. I hope it resonated. If not, you could pick out another pile. But I appreciate you guys stopping by today.